Hello. I'm creative and I like to make things. But it's hard to make things when it's scary to put the things that you make out there, and I am afraid to put things out there because I am completely and utterly terrified of being embarrassed, being made fun of in any particular way, or finding out via the opinions of others that I suck at creating things. So I have a theory that completely cringing myself out as much as humanly possible might be the cure. Maybe. So instead of writing more things down and planning more things and telling myself that I have to buy a camera and a tripod and a light and sit anywhere other than where I am right now on my couch at what I'd argue is a pretty unflattering angle, with lighting only coming in from one side. I'm just gonna do it as is. I don't really have a plan for what I want to say. My name's Abby. I'm 26. That is definitely where things start being terrifying, because I feel like this video should have come out 10 years ago. And even though I still feel like I'm 16, the idea of 26 or starting anything at 26 feels like starting something at 95 years old. I have this deep fear of being too late to start anything that I want to start. I have been... Here are the things that I like. Oh God. Here are the things that I like to do and create, I guess. I have been writing music, i.e. like melodies and lyrics, since I was 5 or 6, since I was having to have other people write the words that I was coming up with for me. I love writing songs so much. Over the years, it's gotten harder and harder to write because I am a much bigger critic. And also because, again, it's very anxiety-inducing to create something, especially out of all the things I like, the music is the biggest one, because usually for women in particular, you're supposed to start it when you're a child or you're old. I don't know. So I also like writing stories. I definitely have had commitment issues when it comes to the many books that I've had planned that I've wanted to write. I really, really do want to commit to a specific idea, that I have a couple of people who have read bits and pieces of, like a couple of close friends begging me to keep writing that. And I haven't touched it in a year. So I'd like to start working on that again. My cringe journey sort of started in the last month. I've been just kind of for peaceful purposes when I can, very rarely. I've been going to a park and I've been watercoloring. I'm super terrible at that, which is totally fine. I'm not like it's very low stakes because I'm not passionate about it. It's just fun, and I am really, really terrible at it. So I've been trying to like allow myself to express something creative that, one, is low stakes and two, sucks, so I can like let myself do that without being afraid. Mainly, I'm a writer. I'm a singer. I feel really dumb saying those things, having no product. I definitely have a problem saying the word musician because I do not play instruments. I played cello when I was a kid. No idea. I mean, I would have to start from ground zero again for that. So, yeah. Why YouTube? Why start here? One, because of the cringe and embarrassment thing. There's nothing more nerve-wracking than being on the internet. And that is especially coming from someone who has been deeply entrenched in YouTube, but just the internet for years. Being born in 99, I definitely I was on the internet very, very young. I think very young even for people my age, and saw all of the evolution. So, I mean, I was very early days Tumblr and loved my edgy aesthetic blogs very, very, very much. I had a lot of them. I was definitely a Vine person. I loved Vine very much. And YouTube was my home. I cannot even explain to you how huge and endless YouTube is now, especially compared to how I remembered it when I first got on YouTube, and it was tiny. I felt like if I sat on YouTube for long enough, I could watch every single video on the site. And obviously that is not the case with YouTube anymore. But I've been here through it all, and I've always wanted to be a part of the YouTube space and not just a spectator. So here I am debuting intentional cringe on YouTube with a completely unscripted video that I won't be cutting. Sorry for the ums and the pauses, but that's just what you're gonna get while I'm trying to figure this out. What else am I working on right now in my life? This is just journal stuff. I'm trying to, my brain is on paper. It's everything's flying around in there and it's very hard to catch, but I throw it all on paper and then I can remember even just what's in there for me to communicate what's in there. None of that made sense, I'm sure. I'm trying to get back into reading again. I love reading so much. I've been an avid reader my whole life. I absolutely love reading, all the way from, just multiple genres, from classics all the way to fanfic. I'll read just about anything. And I have been having a really hard time reading because my attention span is super messed up from TikTok. I feel like I'll have to get into TikTok a bit later. But I'm trying to work on reading right now. And then the other things that I'm trying to do Specifically, I'm trying to just eat a bit healthier. I'm not going to talk about that very much because that's a really sensitive topic. But I'm also trying to do better with exercise. I like lifting weights, sort of. I do have really messed up joints from a couple of like health issues, so that makes that kind of hard, and I'm trying to focus just on getting more movement in more than anything else. So I've been focusing on walking. I have very little motivation to do so. So that's definitely a work in progress. The food is a bit easier. Again, not going to go into that further. That's just that on that. And there's also definitely the mental health related struggles here and there that I am also trying to address in multiple ways, but one of them I found, this is, oh God, this is going on the internet. So whether or not I feel like physically fresh and put together, that has a really, really, really intense direct correlation to my mental health. So apart from just like making myself journal every day, which I've not been doing every day and I am working on it. Apart from that, the other main thing that I'm trying to work on to deal with the brain is making sure I'm like put together every day, which is absolutely hilarious because this is not that. This is a day that I got myself to wake up as early as I wanted to, but did not quite get myself to do any of the things that I meant to do with that extra time. So that's definitely baby step number 1 that we got to. So I just put my finger in front of the camera. I'm a professional. So yeah, those are the non-creative things I'm working on. I had this whole thing where I wrote down a whole bunch of video ideas and stuff. They're definitely very basic, i.e. like my skincare routine, my makeup routine, and then like lifestyle stuff like meal prep with me, decluttering. I declutter a lot, so like declutter my closet with me, different things that I could vlog. I've already done 2 of those events that I was going to vlog, and I did not vlog. Vlogging's probably not gonna come immediately. That feels like a lot of pressure. But just kind of like favorites videos, i.e. like favorite books and music and stuff like that. Talking about like a journal ecosystem. Yeah. It is really funny because I'm looking at these ideas and I'm like, yeah, no, those are definitely like, those are ideas for YouTube videos. And then I'm not sure how many of them feel true to me. And I'm also not sure how many ideas I have for this. I feel like for me, there's going to be a lot of chatting. I just have as a topic, embarrassment, your biggest enemy. Yeah, that's where we're starting for sure. Oh good. Like 4 lines down is cringe, my past and how to love me now. Yeah. 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 Cool. So, I don't really know where I'm going with any of this. what it's going to look like, how I'm even going to handle knowing that this is on the internet, even while it sits with no views. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to try to use this mainly as an outlet and as an opportunity to be embarrassed and to figure out how to deal with that. Hopefully over time, you'll get to know me a bit better. And hopefully there is a you that's there. I'm sure it'll be pretty disappointing if there's not, but I'm going to make these videos anyway, and I'm going to keep posting over and over and over because I think that'll still do the trick for at least the basis of why I'm starting this. Just to know that I'm on the internet and that my thoughts and candid chats like this are available to the public. I think that will tick the starter boxes that I'm going for, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Maybe, who knows, maybe eventually I'll be singing on the internet. That makes my whole body just like, that just is an awful thought. That's an awful thought for now. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if there will be character evolution. I'm hoping that there is, because 26 years in, I am still the same girl. I know a lot more. I'm a better version. I know a lot more. I'm a more experienced version of myself. Not sure that I'm a better version. But the fact that I still just want to express myself and connect with people. Here I am trying to do that. And I am just going to brace for the impact of one of two things: either nobody seeing this or some comments that I am not ready to read. But yeah, that's where we're starting. We're starting with the most stream of consciousness, unedited, raw, bad lighting, me cringing at my own voice version of myself at 26, feeling very icked out. Let's see where this goes. Bye.